Hey everyone, welcome to day one of our AI Agent series. This series is a 5-day AI Agent intensive course with Google. So, we have talked about what these all 5-day course will be. So, today we are diving into AI agents, what they are, what they can do, and how they work together. So, the topics or the points that we will cover today will be we will be going through basics. Start by checking out the Introduction to Agents white paper, and we will listen to the short Notebook LM podcast that summarizes it. And then we will build our first AI agent using the agent development kit powered by Gemini. You will be create an agent that can use Google search to find up-to-date answers. And this will be the one of the first agent that we will create, and after that we will build a multi-agent system. So in the second code lab we will explore how to make multiple agents work together, each with their own specialized tasks. So as you can see over here, we have the first point where we'll go to the summary of using the podcast, and then we will complement that podcast with a introduction to agent white paper, and then we will deep dive into the code labs. And the code labs will be in two parts. The first part will be the first agent using Gemini, and then the second will be multi-agent system. So here is one important point, that before you start, make sure your Kaggle account is phone verified, and it will be required in order to access the code labs. If you run into issues, check the troubleshooting guide. So here in the troubleshooting guide, you can find all the solutions to the most common problems. And if you want to go even deeper, you can upload the white papers into Notebook LM for an interactive learning session. So that's it for this particular day. And once you are done, you don't need to upload anything or show it to anyone. It is just for the sake of understanding of all the tools. And after once you are done with the day, you have gone through all these, you have gone through the code labs and necessary document and podcast. There are one live stream also that will be hosted by Kanchana and Anand. So this will be on 12:30 a.m. IST time, and these all live stream. If someone not able to cover that during the live session, they will be uploading it, and you can see them in the recording also. And then we have Kaggle's Discord, which is the very best place to ask your questions. You can interact, you can ask any kind of questions which you are facing. You can troubleshoot, and if you are facing any code level issues, even that you can ask. Even in the setup part, if you come across any issues, that you can go through and you can ask in the Kaggle's Discord. And let me show you that this is the podcast. Uh, this is the live stream channel that will be where all the live stream video will be uploaded. So currently, nothing is uploaded over there. It will be uploaded once it is done. So that's how the things will be. The schedule will be for today. And you can see day 2, day 3, day 4, day 5, and even the capstone project that will be announced later on. Before we go into another video, let me show you how the links over there looks like. Like if you are working on the first agent on Kaggle, it will show you something like day 1A from prompt to action. And here you can go through the code, you can execute them, you can try to understand how things are working over here. And then you can also do the installation of ADK on your local system and then work with that, play with that. And this was the first the code that we were about to get familiar with. And then in the second part, we have another one. Where gone? So I think the second one will be just a minute. Hmm. Okay. So for multi one, multi isn't, we will have, this is the second part, agent architectures. And here, as you can see, they are covering a lot many things. They are covering multi-agent systems, workflow patterns, and there are multiple examples in it too. So not only this, they are explaining it in a better way that let me scroll down after the code. You can see some of the diagrams also, which will make you familiar with what is the difference between single agent and multi-agent team. And then they will give you example related to that particular diagram also, that how things are different for a multi-agent. And after that, they are also covering the workflows. So they are covering three workflows over here. One is the sequential workflow where things will go one by one. Multi-agent is actually a team of agent that works together in order to give you something which your desired output actually, what you are looking for. Suppose you are looking for a blog, then you will give a blog as a input, and as in a prompt you will ask that you want to create a blog, and then that will be actually given to the one of the agent that will give you some of the data. Then after that it will go to the another agent which will finalize your whatever data that you have received from the first agent. And then in the second agent responsibility will be to give you a complete final blog as a output. So this is the whole summary of multi-agent, that one agent will work, and then there will be another agent also, and there will be n number of agents. There can be n number of agents which are working as a team. So they work together. They can work together in a sequential way, one after another. As you can see in this particular diagram, there is an outline agent that is working, and then after that there is another agent, a writer agent that writes a blog. And then there is another editor agent which actually edits the blog to make it more precise and to make give it a final look. And then it gives you an output. So this all is going through a sequence one by one. It cannot be parallel actually. But there are few scenarios where you have flexibility to go through parallel. Now let me scroll down to the parallel one also. Here it is. So, like parallel execution, this is architecture of a multi-agent where things are happening parallelly. So, take research. Researcher is there who is actually doing research on AI, ML news and trends. There is a health researcher who is doing research on medical news and trends, and then there are finance researcher who is doing research on finance and fintech news and other trends. So, these all three agents can work together in a parallel way, and then the output can be combined together by aggregator agent who can combine it into a single summary, and you can get a combined report. So as you can see in this particular scenario, the multi agents are actually working parallelly, but then it is passing on the output to a aggregator who is actually combining the output in a single one. So this was the second type of multi agent. And then if you scroll down, let me scroll down to give you a picture over here that what other things we will cover. We have iterative one. So things are getting iterated again and again, and then if there is a criteria that meets, it will give you a output in a type of final story. So that's how the iterative story refinement is going on in this particular scenario, and so on. So they have given it in a very, very detailed way. And this is how they have tried to give us the whole idea what things are going on. They are also giving some glimpse of orchestrator over here. And then once you have gone through all these details along with example, if you are able to run it in out and get your output, it will be something that give you a glimpse the very first glimpse of how multi-agents work: sequential agent, parallel agent, and loop agent. This is what these workflows can be called. Okay, so this is on a very high level. These kind of multi-agent scenarios we will cover, and that will be something that will be covered on day one. And once all these are done, we can go through the live stream at a night time when it will be live, and that's how we can conclude the day one. Hope I was able to give you some of the glimpses of it. I know this is on a very high level, but I will try to go through some of the depth story of these all agents as well as examples, and how we can run the multi-agent, how we can run the single agent on our local system, and all these things. We will try to cover it on the future video, and stay tuned. I will be soon uploading them, and looking forward to have your subscription from your side. Like it, subscribe it, and or comment whatever you have liked or not liked, or do you want to have it in this particular video. So let me know. Thank you.